Just before starting the session, guys, just before starting the session, so let me introduce myself. This is Vamshi Krishna here. So I was a faculty member. So for one of the course, which is going to be the data science. So I works as a freelancing consultant trainer for various training institutes and various consultants also I'll be working. So related to both offline, online, and as well as some kind of an corporate trainings also I will be handling. So just a small presentation, just a 5 minutes, not more than that. So I want to just summarize my experience and all these things. So just give me a minute once, guys. This is about myself, just a 5 minutes. So not more than that, not even 5 minutes, just the summary of my experience and just my introduction about myself as a presentation. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. Just give me a minute, guys. Actually, the old file. Okay. So no issue, guys. So let us do the same thing because I think I have been saved it. I just have been saved it. So the writings, whatever I have been written has been also has been got saved. Okay. I have another copy, but just I want to get it. It will take some time. Yeah, guys. Let's take this. This is about myself actually, guys. So Vamshi Krishna Guttula here. Okay. So you can just check it in the LinkedIn profile or anywhere. Just type Vamshi Krishna Guttula. You will just come to know about myself, guys. So totally my experience is around 18 plus years of experience, guys. A very vast experience on various technologies. So 18 plus years of experience completely dedicated to development, training, support, that kind of a related projects I have been handling actually, guys. So almost all I was both in both development as well as trainings. So both I was able to handle it. My main expertise actually, guys. So why I have been, so just I want to tell me what is basically what is the reason why I came to this particular data science, because my complete specialization, my complete experience of all the 18 years is related to the data only. So that is the reason why I was able to easily transit into this data science actually. So actually we are using data science now, guys. That means data science we are using, but whatever we do it in data science, I'm doing it from the last 18 years, I'm doing it, but by using a different ways, not by using the data science related applications, but something different I have been done. But almost all whatever we do, like we do some kind of a data visualizations, I already done them. We do some kind of a data analysis, I already done it. But with the help of some SQL and some kind of an applications, I have been gotten. So almost all I started my career in 2003, guys. In 2003, I have been got started already. Actually, writings are already there. So I have started in 2003. Initially, I started it's going to be my career as a database developer, like working with Oracle and SQL Server. So even still now also, even till now also, based on because I was very interested in teaching this particular the database knowledge, the database trainings. Still, even nowadays also, one or two times, that means very rarely, I will be teaching this particular, I will be taking some trainings because it is my past consultants and all those people will ask me. So for the trainings like induction trainings on databases, etc. So still, even now also, even I was into the data science also. So due to my interest of the database and my expertise on the database, so I will be teaching this particular database classes also. I'm handling them actually. So initially I started with Oracle and SQL Server. Almost all 7-8 years of experience I'm having on the database knowledge, complete control on database, SQL, PL, SQL, and in Microsoft SQL Server, we call it as SQL T SQL. Even I was able to teach them, even something like a tools like Power BI actually, guys. Even some tools like Power BI. So I can teach you the Power BI very effectively. I can teach Power BI very, very effectively because it is a knowledge of SQL. It is a basic knowledge of SQL. Power BI completely depends on SQL concepts only, guys. If you know SQL perfectly, Power BI is going to be, even without knowing SQL also we can do it. But if you know SQL, you can do the Power BI very easily. So that is one of the reason actually, guys. So I was able to translate. So I didn't find that much difficulty. Only some learning, some stats and maths is an extra thing I have been got done. But remaining, whatever I do it in data science, almost all I have been done all the things already in the SQL. Some years back only I have been already done. We used to work with them actually. So after working for around 7 or 8, almost all 7 years, I have been got work. Then for 2 years, I have been worked with the DBA concepts, guys. DBA, this is a database administration. So 2 years, I have been worked with the DBA. Almost all up to 2012, I have been worked with the DBA. So even I can do some kind of an DBS related task like Microsoft SQL Server, not in Oracle DBA, but I have been got worked on the SQL Server DBA, like backups. So even some extents, guys, some extent backups are also required. Sometimes we require some backups also actually, guys. That means you need not to be a DBA part for them. So why do you require a backups actually, guys? So sometimes whenever the client share you the data actually, so the clients may share you the data, like there is a database is there in the client side. There is a database is there. So how they are going to give you the data? They may give you a backup file. So how to handle that particular backup file? So you should be having a little bit knowledge about that. So how do you handle the backup file? If I given a backup file to you, so how to restore that particular backup files into your databases? So how to work on them? So some basic knowledge. It need not to be a perfect DB actually. So I'm going to be using all that skills actually, guys, to just make you understand in the environment. So what are the basically in our trainings to get some idea about. So in what ways the data will come. So how to handle it. So those are the things I can discuss it. So almost all 2 years I have been got work. And after that, I have been moved to business intelligence tools because around in 2012, actually, guys, around in 2012, so BI has been just like how now people are talking very frequently about morely about the data science. So how much the industry requirement has came. So a lot of buzz has been taken place on this particular data science. Around in 2012, actually, guys, BI has become very, very popular. Microsoft Business Intelligence has came. Earlier, even in 2005 also we have a BI, but in 2012, in around some 2005 it started almost all, but in 2012 by the beginnings of 2012 and ends of 2010, BI has been gotten huge requirements actually, guys. So the people who got the jobs around 2010 to 2014, so they have got a very good opportunities, a very, very good opportunities, a very good packages. It is due to the BI people, BI technology actually. Even now also it was there. Even still also, guys, even now still also we have a huge requirements of BI. But people are not there basically because nowadays people stopped using that particular BI actually. The old projects, new projects are not developed, but old projects are so many projects are there actually, guys. So many projects are there. And now all these BI people are moving towards the big data. After big data, they're moving into data science. Even my transition is also the same way. So I started, I moved it for BI actually. So Microsoft Business Intelligence, I used to handle it actually. So a couple of years I have been got work. Around some 2014, I have been moved to big data systems actually. So even 2014 again. So I was in a little bit interested in technology. Whenever a new technology comes, so I plan to upgrade myself to the new technology, and I'm going to do all that kind of a transitions. I used to do it actually. So in 2014, big data systems has came. So I started working on 2000 on the big data systems up to 2017. So in 2017, and that also, guys, it's in. So the reason why I moved to data science actually. So even at that time in 2017 also, I didn't hear about this data science and all these things. But while I'm working in the Tech Mahindra, so I left my Tech Mahindra in 2017. So while working in the 2017, I got an opportunity to work with a team of data scientists. So a team of data scientists has came from Africa actually, guys. They're working for the banks. So they used to work for a bank, which is going to be the Standard Bank actually. So the data scientist has came from Africa actually. Some around 12 people, 20 people has came actually from Africa, and I have got an opportunity to work with them. So while I was interacting with them, so I came to know about the data science and how at that time only they are starting up. So I also got interested, and after my project was completed in 2017, in May, approximately around in May, I left Tech Mahindra and started learning the data science by myself. So I learned data science by myself. Almost all 2 years it has been taken actually. In 2019, to get some certified from for my understanding and from learning. So I completed my certification from IIIT Hyderabad. So I think you may hear about that. IIIT Hyderabad provides you some kind of trainings on data science with collaboration with some kind of corporate companies like Talent Sprint, Great Learnings, etc. And they are providing you certification programs. I completed my certification on the AN certification on A and ML from IIIT Hyderabad in 2019. So after completion by the end of the 2019, almost at the complete end of 2019, and I started my trainings from 2020. I have been started. Actually, I started in 2017 only, but at that time I used to learn. I was not that much skills there. I was working research from 2017 itself, but my actual trainings has been complete. The perfect trainings after certification has been started in 2020. I have been started with them. Almost all 2 years is already completed. My total experience on data science is on 5 years. So in that, after completion of my certification from IIIT, I have been done started with the trainings from various consultants and corporates. I have been got started about them. That's it, guys. This is about myself actually. Okay, so a huge experience. So it's almost all 5 years experience on data science. So all these expertise actually, guys, I'm going to be giving as part of this particular training programs. Even Durga Soft is, I was a consultant trainer for them. So I worked for various institutes actually, guys, like Durga Soft, Naresh IT. So even so many, even Satya Technologies, different training institutes, I will be working with them actually. So that's it, guys. That is about myself. So I don't want to just give a more introduction about myself. Yes, guys. So the today's session actually, guys. So this today's session is going to be like a workshop. So what is the main target? If just we want to conduct a free workshop actually, guys, a free workshop actually. So what is my main target and my the main concern about this particular free workshop is, so many people nowadays, they are hearing about this data science and they are planning to learn the data science. But before learning a data science or before starting their course, so the one of the main thing is they are having so many different, they heard so many things about them. Some people heard that maths and stats is required. So unless and until you don't know maths and stats, so what about the maths and stats? First thing, the main concerns actually, guys. Second thing is going to be non-programmers. So nowadays you are hearing about these things only, guys. So I was a non-programmer. Can I learn the data science? And very long back, I have been learned maths and stats. Everybody will come from a mathematical background only, guys. Without the maths, we never completed. At least up to the school days, we have to learn the maths. Even in 10+2 standards or even in our graduation, without the math subjects, we don't have it. Some maths will be there. Even if we are not non-related, even if we are not related to the non-maths, even as the arts background also, at least some basic maths, obviously everybody has been studied at the school days. But as part of this particular data science course, guys, you require a maths up to the 10+2 standard actually, guys. And for our mathematics references, if you want, we'll take the 10+2 standard textbooks only. We are going to take it actually. So school level maths is not sufficient. We have to get 10+2. So obviously everybody, guys, who has been done, even if you're a mechanical engineer or a civil engineer, or it may be some other biotechnologies, or so many different types of branches of people are coming. But everybody has been learned at least 10+2 maths, at least MPC background. So even in BPC, if you studied also, at least physics and chemistry, a little bit maths is required. You may not be experts in maths, but at least without having a maths knowledge, we don't come up to this particular stage, right? So maths and stats, what about the maths and stats? So what about the non-programmers? Okay. So many people are having a different opinions about them. So can I learn this particular data science course? First of all, what we are going to learn in the data science course? What we are going to learn in the data science course? So what are the different, what are going to be the contents, the concepts which we are going to learn in this particular data science course? So the first point is, guys, whenever we are learning, whenever you are planning to move towards the data science, the first thing you have to remove from your mind is going to be nothing but it is not a programming language. it is not going to be a programming language actually, guys. First of all, learning a data science is not like a programming. You're not learning any programming language. But then you will get it out. Sir, anyhow, if you want to learn data science, we have to learn Python. You have to learn the Python. We learn the Python actually, guys. We learn the Python. Why we learn the Python, I'll tell you. So first of all, the first thing you have to remove from the mind is, one thing you have to remove from your mind is, it is not a programming. So you should not think like a programmer. The way the programmer thinks is different actually, guys. As a data scientist or whatever who are working in the data science, generally we call it as data scientist. The way, whenever a task was given actually, guys, whenever a task was given, some task was given, a programmer thinks about what language we have to use. Okay, what is the logic behind the program, how to write the code, etc. But data scientist is not like that. First of all, he will study that. He will study that task actually. What is the problem? How to solve the problem? He will develop some kind of a logic. Based on that, he is going to solve the problem. But not by programming. He don't think about programmatically. He will think about something about a mathematical solution, or it may be a statistical solution for that. I'll make you. So I want to just get some idea about that. So what people is thinking about the data science, whether it is correct or not. So we are going to just clarify those particular questions actually, guys. Okay. So anyhow, as part of your data science course, as part of your full stack or data science course actually, guys, we call it as a data science. Anyhow, guys, within just one session, we can't get a complete clarity about what is a data science, but I'm making you understand actually, guys. As part of the data science, mainly we are going to be having three main important concepts are there. What are those? One is going to be nothing but machine learning actually, guys. The first one is going to be nothing but it's a machine learning. In short, generally we call it as an ML. And after machine learning, we are having deep learning actually, guys. A deep learning actually, which we are going to call it as an ADL. And third one is going to be nothing but which is going to be nothing but an artificial intelligence. It is going to be nothing but the artificial intelligence, guys. Intelligence, which is what we are going to call it as an AI. What we are going to call it as AI actually, guys. Machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. These are the main course. What are the main contents of your data science course? So many people, so different opinions they're having it actually, guys. Sir, some people ask me generally, sir, machine learning is different, is data science is different? No, machine learning is a part of our data science. Deep learning is also our part of our data science. Artificial intelligence is also our part of a data science. So within what, that's what I'm saying, within one or two classes, we can't get a clarity about them. Once if you start learning with them, once you start into the learning process, one by one, we are going to understand them. That is going to be what exactly we are going to be doing this actually, guys. What exactly we are going to be doing this actually. So what is this particular process actually, guys? What is this particular process actually? Let us discuss about them. So anyhow, we can correlate what is machine learning, how it is correlated to deep learning, and all the deep learning correlated with artificial intelligence. We can correlate them, but unless and until you don't have an idea about them, we cannot correlate them actually. But mainly machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. So obviously our journey is always has to start with machine learning, guys. Wherever you learn, whether you learn from Durga Soft or whether you learn from XYZ, does not matter. So whatever or how much money you spend, whatever you do it actually, guys. First, always we have to start with our journey should be started with machine learning actually. Once if you understand what is machine learning, then we'll try to understand what is deep learning actually. So a little bit higher level. That means within the first class itself, we teach it, we can't understand them because there is a lot of concepts are there, a lot of discussions will be there. After deep learning, then we'll understand what is going to be artificial intelligence. Anyhow, all these are little bit correlated one after the another, but always you have to start with the machine learning. So first of all, what is machine learning basically, guys? What is meaning of machine learning first of all? So machine learning is nothing but, guys, what we are going to be doing here is we are going to make the machines learn. Machines are going to learn actually, guys. Machines are going to learn. So that is, we are making the machines to learn by themselves, guys. So like, which is going to be nothing but we are giving some kind of an artificial intelligence. So, you know, humans will contain the natural intelligence. So whenever we have been given a task to us, even for a child or even for an adult, so whenever given a task, so we have an idea, our human intelligence is going to guide you. So take this particular step. So if you want to, if I ask a child, a small kid to, let us say, walk down the stairs or walk up the stairs, so how he is going to take the steps actually? So he already knows about them. So he has been already given some training. So same like how your humans has been learned from the past, same as it is, machines also learns actually, guys. So that's why we call it as a machine learning. We are not learning the machine. We are not learning anything from the machine. Machine learns from us actually. Machine is going to learn from us. So actually this word, this term machine learning was not it's not a recent term actually, guys. The research has been started around in 1959 only. Around in 1959. So nowadays it has been become a success actually, guys, because the recent success stories has been came recently. But it was started around in 1960s, around in 1959 only it has been already started. So normally, whenever we are learning a programming language, guys, generally when you are learning C, C++, Java, whatever you learn, any programming language, the first question here is, why do you require a programming language? Why do we require a programming language? First of all, why do you require a programming language? First of all, that is the main question actually, guys. First of all, why we have to learn C? Why we have to learn C++? Why we have to learn Java? Or why we have to learn .NET? Anything. Because the only point here is machines cannot think. Obviously, we know that. Machines are nothing but our computers. Our machine is nothing but a computer. So computer cannot perform an action by itself. And the machine does not know, a computer does not know how to perform a task. So if you open a calculator, when you open your calculator in your computer, open a calculator and you ask what is going to be 10 plus 20, it is going to be 30. So this 30 calculation is going to be done by the computer. But how the computer is doing it actually, guys? Internally, the human written code only. So if the addition has to takes place, what it has to happen? Some human written code is there actually. The human has written some code. Somebody has written the code. So calculator is not developed automatically. It has been developed by one of the person or some team has been developed it actually. So whenever I use 10 plus 20, how the output 30 will come? Internally, some code has to be written actually. So computers cannot think by themselves. Computers cannot act by themselves. So we have to give some instruction to the computers. So what is the difference between a computer and a human? So if human does it, it will take some time. Computer does it means it is going to be 10 plus 20. Human can do very fastly. But whenever it's a very larger number actually. So for example, if I give some number like this, something like number like this, and ask you to multiply this number actually. So let us say that if I ask you to multiply this number, we can do it. We can do it. I'm not saying that humans can't do it actually, yes. Humans can do, but it is going to be time consumption. It takes a lot of time. It may take some minutes of time, or it may be some hours of time it is going to take it. It is time consumption, first thing. Second thing is may not be accurate. So not accurate also, because sometimes humans will do the mistakes actually, isn't it? So to save your time, to faster and more accurately, we are using computers. But computers are developed by humans only to perform a task actually. So why do you require a programming language? So why do you require a programming language is the machines cannot learn by themselves. Machines cannot do the operations by themselves. So a set of instructions has to be get written actually. So we have to write what is a programming? What is a program? A set of instructions to perform a task actually, to perform a task. So this is what people, the computer experts are saying from the last decades of time. So after some couple of decades of time, what the computer experts thought is, why every time you are giving some instruction? Why every time? For example, if a child has to, walk up the stairs. Actually, he has to walk up the stairs. So as a children, for example, as a child, as a kid, actually. So 1 or 2 times we are going to train him. Actually, we give some instruction. This is the way you have to climb up, or you have to walk up like this, or you have to walk down like this. So this is a way. So 1 or 2 times we'll give the instructions. But throughout his lifetime, we don't give the instructions. After a couple of times, the kid is going to learn. Okay, this is a way I have to take the steps up and down. So from the third time or fourth time or fifth time, he can walk up and down on the stairs by himself only. Same as it is, the computer experts also thought the same way. Why every time we are giving some instruction to the machines, based on the, we are giving every time we are giving the instruction, every time you are writing the code, why can't the machines can learn by themselves? So based on the previous instructions, why the machines can't learn actually by themselves? Yes. So they started doing some research. Around in 1959 also it has been started. But at the time of research, the tasks are very, very small tasks only they have been given. Like making the machines to understand what is and what is or what is not. The task is only, this research has been started only from here only. It's simple. They have given the task. So we are given the task to the machine. If I give true and true, you have to give me the result as true. If I give me true and false, you have to give me the result as a false. If I give true and let us say false and true, you have to give me the result as a false. And if I give me false and false, we have to give the result as a false. Obviously, we know that it is going to be nothing but an AND operator. So the machines has been trained such a way that if I give two truths without writing the code actually, guys, without writing the code, if I give two truths, you have to give me the true. The result is true. If I give one true and one false, the result must be false. If I give one false and one true, the result must be false. If I give both the false also, you have to give me the false. This is the data. This is the data what I'm giving it. So machines has been learned from them. This is your old actually, guys. Very simple task actually. It's a very old task actually. So the machines will learn saying that, okay, if I give true and true, the result has to be true. So machines learn from this data actually. Saying that the machines can understand, okay, if both of them are true, then only I have to give the true. Whenever I given the false, I don't give an instruction to that. I don't say that you give true and true, the result must be true. I don't write any code. I give this data to the machine and ask my machine to learn from the data actually. The machines learns actually, guys. What it will learn? Okay, it will understand them. The machines are capable. If both of them are trues, it is true. If any one of them true, it is going to be. If any one of them is false, it is going to be false. The machine learned from the data actually. The machine started learning from them. And based on that, whenever I given true and true, then automatically the machine was able to say, okay, it is a true. Whenever given false and false, it is a false. So machine was able to identify, okay, this is a logic behind them. So what the machines are saying is, you tell me what is going to be the data or what is going to happen actually. If true and true, what will happen? It is a true. If true and false, it will be false. If you tell me what will happen, automatically I'll understand from them. And based on that, I can do this kind of an application. So later, if you ask me what is true and true, I can tell you it is a true, true and false, it is a false. It's a simple task only, guys. It's only a simple task only. So initially the machines has been started training by understanding and, ors and nots. After that, it has came to addition, subtraction, multiplications. So that means simple to say this, guys. If I give 10 and 20, you have to give me result as 30. I don't say whether it is addition, subtraction. If I give 10 and 20, your result must be 30. If I give 100 and 300, 200, you have to give me 300. If I give plus 1 and minus 1, you have to give me 0. If I give 5 and 10, you have to give me 15. This is the data I have given. Learn this data, understand this data. Now tell me, if I give something like 10 and 50, what is the result if I ask the machine? Machine will tell that the result is going to be 60. I didn't go and give any code saying that this is addition of two numbers or it is subtraction of two numbers. If I give 10 and 20, your answer should be 30. If I give 100 and 200, your answer is 300. If my question is going to be, if I give plus 1 and minus 1, you should answer it as a 0. If I give 5 and 10, you have to answer it as a 15. So please understand the data. So machine will understand the data actually. How this data is coming from this particular data. How this 30 is coming from 10 and 20, whether it is addition or subtraction or it's a multiplication or division, whatever it can be, it will identify them. It's not only that, it can identify anything actually. It can identify any kind of a patterns. For example, simple way to understand that. Let us say this, if I say X and Y, for example, two variables, I've taken some result actually. Just an example, guys. If I give 5 and 3, let us say that, just an example actually. let us say that I'm going to say that just in simple, I don't want to take a complex pattern. I'm saying that the outcome is going to be 34. For example, guys, the outcome is going to be 34. For example, outcome is going to be 34 actually. If I give 1 and 2 actually, guys, the outcome is going to be nothing but, just a minute, it is 11. I think so. It is 11 actually. So there is some pattern is there. I'm following a pattern. I'm following a pattern. If I give the data to the machine actually, guys, if I give the data to the machine actually, guys, I think so. I was not wrong. I've just done it in a simplest way only. Okay. If I give X and Y, the result is this one. So we see it in some examples now, guys, like in Facebooks and in WhatsApp, we'll get the messages actually. Now, if I give something like 10 and 20, what could be the result actually, guys? If I given the result like this, guys, 5, 3, your answer is 34. 1 and 2, the result is going to be 11. If my answer is going to be, if my question, if I give the input is 10 and 20, what should be your answer actually, guys? So there is some pattern is following actually. There is a pattern. So I'll give the pattern actually, guys. I don't know how many of you identified. So this is going to be nothing but the result is equals to, it is 5 times the X plus 3 times the Y. If you want, you can check it out. 5 times the 5, which is going to be 25, plus 3 times the 3, which is going to be 9, which is going to be 34, right? This one is correct. Second one, 5 times the 1 is 5 and 3 times the 2, which is going to be 6, which is going to be 11. Now, once you know the pattern, you can answer this question now. So obviously it is going to be very easy. It is going to be 5 times the 10, which is going to be 50, 3 times the 20, which is going to be 60. Answer is going to be 110 is the result. So what I am saying here is because I have written this code system I can say that because I already know that it is nothing but result is equals to 5x plus 3y. Now I'm saying that give this data to the machine directly, guys. You need not to do that. Being it's a very small pattern, the machine we are able to identify them because I developed it, I given the data to you. But whenever it comes to the real-time data sets, actually, guys, we don't know what patterns are there. So nowadays, as you already know that we are living in the age of data. It's a data age actually, guys. Currently today, we are living in the data age actually. Without the data, we can't survive. Without the data, guys, we can't survive because everything is going to be done with the help of the data only. Everything is going to be done with the help of the data only, guys. Without the data, we don't have it actually. Every day we'll generate a lot of data. Every day we are going to consuming a lot of data actually. Every day we are going to consume a lot of data. At the same time, we are also generating the data. For example, if you are taking a smartphone or your smartwatch. So every day your smartwatch is going to generate a lot of data for you, isn't it? It will be stored in some cloud storages. It has been nowadays how all this has been came actually, guys. Everything is due to the cloud only. So your smartwatch will be connected to a cloud. Smartwatch is not capable to store the data. Everything is going to be connected to the cloud. On the cloud, it is going to store the data actually. So your smartwatches, even nowadays, even cars, when you drive the car, so it will be connected. So if you go for some high-end cars, so you will be having something like a cloud storages are connected. So automatically when you drive a car, automatically a lot of data is getting generated actually. So every time you are generating a data and every day we are consuming the data actually. Depends on the consuming the data. It's a data age. Data is containing some stories. Data is going to be tells you a lot of stories actually, guys. Lot of stories it will tell you. So what my machine is saying is, you give this data to me, I'll understand how I got this 34 from this 5 and 3, how I got the 11 from 1 and 2. Now, based on that, you can identify that. You give me any input, I'm going to tell you. Otherwise, I'll tell you this. How it is related also, I'm going to tell you actually, guys. That is what exactly, simple to say that the machine learning actually, guys. That means if you give the data to the machine, if you give some data to the machine is going to learn the data. Machine understands the data. Whatever it has been understood, that is going to be given in a format of some insights. Insights are nothing but what it has been understood. Like here, result is equals to 5 times the X plus 3 times the Y. Based on the insights, we can do some kind of a prediction actually. It is going to be nothing but it can be prediction actually, guys. So that is going to be the basic idea behind them actually. So that is what exactly the machine, simple to say that the machine learning says that You give me your data. That means what has been happened. This is your experience. What is your experience? What has been happened in the past? If you tell me what is your experience, what has been happened in the past, based on that, I'll study the data. Based on that particular what I learned, I'll find out that insights nothing but what it has been understood. Based on that, it is going to be do the prediction actually. Like a simple example. For example, today, this my task is given is, can you predict whether it will be rains or not? Rain is equals to yes, or whether rain is equals to no. So somebody has asked you. So can you tell me whether today it is going to be, whether it will rain, whether it does not rain? So generally, how do you answer this question actually, guys? It's not like a random experiment. Like I do not say that I'll toss a coin. If the coin tosses is going to be head, then it will be rain. And if it is a tail, it is not going to rain. We don't do like that, isn't it? So generally, we are going to, when you want to decide whether today it will rain or not, what has been happened yesterday? That is what we have to know. From the last 10 days, what happened actually? What are the last 10 days? What are the weather conditions? So we take some factors into consideration actually, like how it is going to be the temperature. So let us say that from the last 10 days, I'll see that day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. Last 10 days data. So what is the temperature? Whether it is hot, whether it is cool, whether it is mild, etc., etc. So how about the wind? So is the winds are going to be strong, or whether the wind is going to be weak? Something like this will take it actually, guys. And how about the humidity is there? So we'll take some weather conditions actually, and whether on the day, whether it was rain or whether it was not rain. So let us say that humidity is going to be, let us say high humidity is there. On the day, temperature is cold, hot, but wind is going to be strong. But on the day, there was a rain is there. So the temperature was cool, wind was weak, and which humidity is going to be, let us say medium or something like it is going to be low. So on the day, there is no rain is there. Like that, there are some 10 days data is there with us. So in the last 10 days, we know what happened. On which condition, on which weather conditions it was rain, on which weather conditions it was not rain. Now what the machine says is, so on today's date, on the day 11 actually, today the temperature is hot, wind is going to be weak, and humidity is going to be low. So can you tell me whether today the rain will be there or not there? How do you decide this? So we'll verify. So on the first day, the temperature was hot, but the wind was strong and the humidity is high. On that day, the rain was there. But today the hot and it is a wind is weak, but humidity is low. So I have to study all these 10 days data. Based on that, I'll find the assumptions, like in which weather conditions it was rain, which weather conditions it was not rain. Based on that, we have to answer it. So we have to study this data actually, guys. So what we are doing here is, if you give the 10 days data to the machine will study the data. Machine studies the data actually, guys. Machine will study this data and it will tell you in which situations it was rain and in which situations the wind was it was not rain actually. Based on that, we can take a decision. Based on that, we can take a decision whether today it will rain or whether it does not rain actually. Hope you understood the concept actually, guys. Just give the data to the machine. Machine is going to understand the data. You don't write any logic at all. What has been happened? What has been happened in the last 10 days? If we give the data, machine studies the data, and based on that, we are going to get the kinds of an insights. Based on that, whether today or tomorrow, what could be the whether it could rain or not, we are going to decide it actually. That is what we are going to do as part of the prediction concepts. That is what exactly the machine learning actually is. That is what exactly we do it in our machine learning concepts. But sir, how the machines can learn? How the machines can learn is machines are capable to learn them, guys. But the main thing here is machines will learn, but how the machines has to learn? So there is somebody is going to guide them. Like in our schools, we have a teachers to do. At our home, we have the parents. As a kids, how you learn actually, guys. So our parents at our house, they have been guided us. And at the teachers at the school, they have been guided us. So this is the way how do you do the addition. This is the way how we have to do a multiplication. They've guided us. Based on that, we are able to do that. So how do you do the multiplication actually, guys? 26 into 52. So they told you the process behind them, how to do this actually. So 6 2s are, which is going to be 12. 2 2s are 4 and it is 5. and it is going to be 5 6 are. We have to make the 30 here now. 5 2s are 10, and it is going to be this one actually. So how we have been got this particular training? Somebody has been explained us. This is a procedure we have to do. Why we have to do like this? Because it is in 10th position. So we have to add it to the 10th place. It is in 10th position. So that's why you have to add it in 100th position. So they explained the procedure actually, guys. Now you can do it actually. Same as it is, somebody has to guide here. So who is the guide here actually, guys? The guide is nothing but it is an algorithm. It is an algorithm. Guide means don't think that we are going to be the guide actually, guys. We don't guide anything. We only give that task to the machine by applying some kind of an algorithm. So the success stories of this machine learning has came actually, guys. It is due to these powerful algorithms. It is due to these powerful algorithms actually, guys. So while you are learning some kind of an C++, you may have learned something called as an sorting algorithms. So what is going to be the sorting algorithms will be there, right? The sorting algorithms will be there. Same as it is, that means to sort the data faster. So we are going to use some kind of an algorithm actually, guys. Sorting is going to be one of the benchmark actually, guys. That means how fast the system is working. To evaluate it, sorting is the base criteria. So they are going to conduct the test. We have developed some kind of an technology actually, guys. Or how fast it is going to be running. How fast it is going to be running. We'll apply some kind of an sorting algorithm. So it is done in how many minutes? This is done in how many seconds of time? If I give this much data, how much time it is taking? If I give this much data, how much time it is taking? So sorting algorithm is going to be some of the benchmarking actually, guys. It's what we call it as benchmarking. That means how effectively a particular language is working or how effectively a technology is working. We are going to benchmark it with the help of sorting algorithms only. So there are going to be sorting algorithms. So whereas in our machine learning, we are going to be having something called as, which is going to be nothing but a machine learning algorithms. We are going to learn them, guys. We are going to be nothing but we are learning the machine learning algorithms. Sir, it started in 1959. I told you it started in 1959. But the success stories has came only from the recent years actually, guys. Almost all the success has came in the last 10 years of time only, guys. Almost all in 2012, 2013 only, they have been got some success stories about them. Almost all around 2016, it came into the reality actually. Some 5-6 years back, it was born. But born in 1959, but success has came only from the recent years only. What is the reason actually, guys? In 1959, at around 1959, your computing power of the systems is also very, very low. So less computing power actually, guys. Your computers are not that much having that much computation power. Less computing power actually, guys, around in 1959. That's why they're unable to develop some kind of complex algorithms. I told you only AND operators, OR operators, only for NOT operators only they're able to do it actually. But after around in 2010, that means almost all in the beginning of 2010, we have got some kind of a new kind of computing power has came actually, guys. Cloud computing has came actually, right? It is going to be nothing but the computing power of the systems has been increased actually, guys. So mainly the machine learning came into the existence in the recent years because it is due to some powerful machine learning algorithms were able to develop. But how the powerful algorithms has came? It is due to the computing power of the system actually, guys. It's a computing power. So in the recent years, your computers are going to be very, very better than the laptops. Nowadays, guys, my smartphone is better than a computer which was there it's not 50-60 years back actually, guys. Hardly it is going to be some around 10 years back. It's not even more time also, guys. It is only 10 years back, whatever the computer is there. Almost all 10-15 years you can take it. Because from the last 10 years, your computing power has been increased. Some around 15 years back, what is the computing power of a computer is slow than better than a normal. It's slow than the current, which is going to be the your mobile. A smart mobile is better than a computer which was there in 15 years before. So now your basic mobile is coming with an 8 GB RAM. Your basic mobiles, at least we are getting 4 GB RAMs actually, guys. A 4 GB RAM to 8 GB RAM you are getting. And storage also we are going to be getting around 128 GB of the space we are getting actually. So storage, at least minimum 64 GB, guys, 32 GB minimum 32 GB, 128 and 64 GB is coming. Nowadays, nobody is buying a pen drives, guys. Some years before, some 10 years before, everybody used to use a pen drives, but now nobody is using a pen drives now. We are not buying this extra, what we can call it as that in mobiles. When you're buying a mobile, they says that you can have a storage of 128 and we can just extend within another 128 GB or some around 1 TB. You can have a you can have an external we can have an extra space actually, but nobody is buying those particular spaces actually, guys, because that is sufficient. In a smartphone, which is going to be 64 GB and it's 32 GB minimum is coming actually. Latest mobiles are coming with 128 GB. But 15 years back, normal computers used to get some around 80 GB space. Normal 20 to 80 GB we used to get it actually. RAM size, you don't imagine, guys. We used to get some around 2 to 4 GB, which is less than the current, which is a smartphone actually. So my smartphone is an 8 GB. So whenever I bought my first computer actually, guys, I brought my first computer in 2001 after I have completed my graduation. So I already have 18 years of experience, guys. So my completed graduation in 2001, I completed the graduation. So at the time, my computer, I'll tell you the configuration, guys. The RAM is 128 MB. My RAM size is, my computer RAM is going to be 128 MB actually, guys. And my storage, my disk is going to be, how much used to be the disk actually, guys? The disk is going to be just at 20 GB. Now a normal mobile is coming with a minimum of 20 GB actually, guys. Normal mobile is coming more than that. 32 GB you are getting actually. RAM size, forgot about them. 4 GB, 6 GB we are getting actually. Processors also, guys, very poor processors at that time. Nowadays there are not there, guys. Nowadays we are using core Python, the core this one i3, i5, i3 cores and i3, i5, i7, and recently we have got i9 also, which is very costlier actually. At that time, guys, we used to use Pentium. Also it is a Pentium actually. It is going to be Intel. That is an Intel, which is going to be Core i3. At that time, we used to use Intel Pentium, which is going to be Pentium dual core, Core 2 Duo. We used to use it like this only, guys. Core 2 Duo. We used to use this one actually, or dual core, which you used to do like this actually. These are the processors, guys. A dual core. Those are the processors what we used to use it. Now I think you know this, guys. i3, your current processor is one processor physically, but logically it is internally 4 cores it contains. 4 logical processor internally, 16 processor internally. Physically that is there in only single one core actually. So the algorithms and computing power has made this particular success stories of machine learning, guys. The machine learning or data science came into the reality because it is due to the algorithms and computing power. So mainly in our data science course, what you have to learn, guys, these algorithms is what you have to learn it. The algorithms is what exactly we have to learn it actually, guys. We have a different kinds of algorithms. So we have to learn how that algorithms will works. So what is algorithm is basically used for what task it is going to be. We have a different tasks are there, guys. So anyhow, that is going to be too early to discuss with you. So we have been given a task. Every task can be classified into regression, or it can be classification, or it can be a clustering. There are different types of tasks will be there. It's a clustering examples like this actually, guys. So if you want to solve a regression task, some kind of an algorithms will be there. To solve a classification task, we have some kind of an algorithms. For solving a clustering algorithm, we have a different kinds of algorithms. So mainly in our data science course, what is these algorithms? It is study of algorithms only, guys. If you go and study, if I just see what is data science course actually, guys, go to Google and find out what is data science actually. This says that data science is nothing but it is a study of algorithms only. It is going to be nothing but a kind of a study of algorithms actually, guys. So if you can see, it is going to be structured or unstructured methods, process, and it is going to be algorithms that uses some kind of scientific methods. We are going to be learning some various processing techniques and algorithms and systems. Mainly, we have to extract the knowledge and insight from the data actually, guys. That is what we have to do that. So some data is there. From the data, we have to get some insights. We have to get some knowledge from the insights, from the data. Based on that insights, I can do some kind of a prediction actually. That is what exactly the data science is going to be. Okay, so later we can study them because as part of the workshop, just I want to tell you guys what exactly we have to require actually. So the first point is, sir, do you require maths and stats? Yes, absolutely. You require the mass and stats, and how much extent you require actually, guys. So as I told you, it is at just a 10+2 standard actually, guys. A 10+2 standard actually, guys. I'll tell you some topics actually, if basic ideas, guys, which is going to be nothing but the algebra. First one is, guys, algebra. Second one is going to be probability, guys. A kind of an probability is also required because these are the mathematical concepts actually, guys. And third one is going to be nothing but some kind of an calculus. It is going to be nothing but the calculus actually, guys. So it is calculus. Okay. It is going to be nothing but the calculus actually, guys. So I think spelling, I don't know. So calculus, what we are going to do, differentiation actually, guys. We call it as in differentiation, integration, differentiations. We have the topic now. So those things actually we are going to be required actually, guys. Calculus, it is calculus. Okay. So these are the some of the things what exactly we have to require it actually, guys. But you need not to be a perfect mathematician and you need not to be an expert in these particular areas, guys. You need not to really explain them, guys. You need not to be an expert actually. So regression is going to be based on some kind of a linear algebra. If you know how it is working, we can understand how the algorithm is working actually, guys. Otherwise, we can implement the things, but we can't understand what is happening internally. So why do you require all this math and stats? Because if you want to understand how an algorithm is working, and if you want to know how to control the algorithm, how it is working internally, we have to know about them. That is the reason why we require them actually, guys. Otherwise, it is not going to be required. But anyhow, we have to understand at least some basic ideas, how the algorithm is going to be working. So to understand that, we have to require this what we are going to be gets called what we are going to use this kind of an application actually, guys. Okay. So that is going to be what exactly we are going to be doing this calculus. Okay. Fine, guys. So I think I have done a spelling mistake. It is in calculus. Okay. Whatever it may be. So this is going to be what exactly we are talking about. The basic maths that is going to be required actually, guys. Some kind of a probability theory and some kind of a differentiations are required. So no worries about them. So normally anybody generally who teaches the data science classes, they also teach you some basic maths and stats also. They will teach you actually, guys. Some basic probability theory and a basic calculus is going to be required actually. That's it, guys. You really need not to expert on that. You need not to really an expert on the who is going to be working on that particular data science. You need not to be mathematical expert, but if you have a basic knowledge of maths, and if anybody can teach you the mathematic theory, if you are in a position to understand them, that is sufficient actually, guys, to learn the data science actually. So data science is all about some algorithms, guys, and these algorithms are completely based on some maths and stats related concepts. But how do you implement them actually, guys? We require some kind of a language. So the most popular language for data science actually, guys, which is going to be nothing but it's a Python. Nothing is there, guys. If you want to apply some kind of an algebra or some kind of a linear algebra, in Python, we have a kind of an utilities will be there. You need Python is not it's a programming language, guys. But really you don't require to write any particular code because Python says that if you want to perform some operations, like for example, I want to apply an algorithm. So how do you apply an algorithm? Just if you know how to use the algorithm, that is sufficient. How to write an algorithm, we are not bothered about that. Somebody has already written the algorithm. We are using them actually, guys. So Python provides you all the utilities. It is going to be all the utilities which are required for our machine learning. Not only for machine learning, required for data science. So I want to apply a regression algorithm. Yes, we have it. You need not to write any code. You just tell me what type of regression you want, I will apply them. What type of classification you require, you tell me, I'll apply them. What type of clustering algorithms you require, I'm going to provide it. So Python is a language which is providing all the utilities and all the resources which are required for data science. That is the reason why we are going to be learning the Python course actually, guys. Python is famous, Python is popular, guys. Apart from Python, we can also use a language called as an R language. So there is another popular language, guys, which is going to be R. So as part of my course, that means whatever the trainings I'm going to be providing. So I will be providing both Python and the R courses actually, guys. Both Python and the R. Python and R I'm going to be providing actually, guys. Both Python and R language. Both I'm going to be providing actually. Okay. So as part of the course curriculums, which I'll tell you what exactly I'm going to do here, guys. So these are going to be some of the things that are going to be required basically for our understanding and for learning of our data science and machine learning courses. So deep learning and artificial intelligence, they're a little bit higher level, guys. That means we cannot study now only. So if you're interested, once if you start with your machine learning course, then you can start learning that particular deep learning and machine learning, guys. Okay, fine. So that is going to be just the idea about what exactly we are going to be learning in data science. So what concepts we are going to learn, what languages we are going to use. So many interesting topics actually, guys. It's actually really, it is very, very close to our real life actually. So you can take any real life event and you can solve a problem with the help of a machine learning problem. So if you, as I said, no guys, if anybody given a task like this, so I just told you, if I give some 5,3, answer is going to be 34. Okay. And if I give the answer 34, if I give 1 and 2, your answer is going to be something like 11. And if I give the lax values 14 and 16 or 14 and 20, what is your answer actually, guys? So you can give it to a machine actually. Being it's a small task, we can do it. But it's a complex task, give it to the machine. Machine will solve the problem. Machine will solve the problem, guys. How that 34 is derived from 5 and 3. How the 11 was derived from 1 and 2. So that is going to be what my machine can identify actually, guys. Machine can do. So how can you do it means in our real classes, we can see that application, guys. Okay. Now, so coming to ourselves, guys, which is the Durga Soft. So Durga Soft is one of the oldest training institute in Hyderabad actually, guys. So which is going to be provides mainly the training on, which is going to be on Java and etc. So which is going to be the Java and all these things that are going to be. And we are also working with the Durga Soft people. So as a data science course curriculum. So coming to the Durga Soft actually, guys. So this is a free workshop, guys. So we are going to start with the regular classes. You are going to be starting with the regular classes from tomorrow onwards, guys. That is on the 7th of March. It is on the 7th of the March. On the 7th of March from morning 9 a.m. actually, guys. From morning 9 a.m. we are going to be having a demo class. So we are having a demo class, guys. So 3 days we are going to give the demo sessions. 3 days, guys, where I'm going to talk about all the technical aspects of the data science. Today, I have not discussed about them. What are the technical aspects, what we can do, some kind of a real scenarios. We are going to be discussing about them, guys. So tomorrow we are having a demo class at morning 9 a.m. So which will be around some 3 to 4 days, we'll give a demo class where we are going to get an idea about what is our data science course. So, and what are the features? That means what are going to be the highlights of our training program. So my course curriculum, all these things I'm going to show you in the demo classes, which will be shared from my backend team also will share them actually, guys. My backend team will share it actually, all the details. So if you are interested to take up the course, you can join for the 3 days of demo classes from tomorrow onwards. And once if you are satisfied with my lectures and with my training and with my course curriculum, you can start with your regular courses actually, guys. Okay, so that is about the today's workshop actually, guys. Just a 1 day, 1 hour workshop. Just want to take it actually, just to give some idea about what exactly the data science. So whether you learn or whether you don't learn from us or from everybody, these are the basic, the technical aspects, mainly AI, DL, and it is going to be ML. These are all the 3 which we are going to be offering actually as part of our data science course, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So 10 minutes, I can give you some questionnaire. If you have any questions, guys, we can discuss with me. Feel free to discuss actually, guys. So we have a chat panel is there, guys. You can just use a chat panel or you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you have any questions, guys. Yes, guys, any questions from your side?
Sir, do we have any evening batches, late evening batches?
Right now, we don't have it actually. Right now, because already 8 p.m. batch was already started. It's already started.
Okay.
8 p.m. is a batch what we are going to be already started with them because already it has been started. So what about your prior knowledge about Python? Do you want to start from the scratch?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I am actually based out of US, so that is the reason I wanted to join the evening batch. Like morning is also fine, but evening would be comfortable for me.
It takes some time because 8 p.m. batch was already started. It's already 2 months is already over. Almost all 2 months is already over. So
Okay.
it will take another 2 more months to complete the 8 p.m. batch. Maybe
Okay,
I can't
got
give the
it.
guarantee, but 6 p.m. is about to start in the next 1 month. Maybe it will take another 1 month of time, because at least 1 month, for every 1 month we have a batches actually. So already 8 p.m. it was Jade in Jan, and morning 7 a.m. batch was there. That is there at the if you want to take up the course right now, we have a 7 a.m. batch is there. Currently just the
Okay.
Python basics are started actually. I don't know how much extent you have the knowledge about Python. If you are interested, you can join that particular 7 a.m. batch, or you have to wait for maybe a 1 month or 2 months. You have to wait.
Okay. I think 9 a.m. works better for me
Okay.
rather like than 7 a.m. if
Okay.
you
Okay.
compare both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we have a demo class. Just you can join for the demo
Okay.
class for a couple of days, 3-4 days. You can join them. After that, you can just decide it.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine, guys. Fine.
Hi, this is
Yes.
Ram.
Yeah, Ram. Hi, Ram.
Hello, sir. So, can we cover cloud as well in this session? I mean,
Yes, we have that. We have the cloud actually. So we are going to be covering. That means as part of the cloud, we are going to be talking only about AI and ML related part of the cloud. So where we are going to be using some kind of an Azure services we are going to be using.
Okay.
Okay. Some kind of we are having a machine learning designer is there. So the same machine learning task, how to do that, and some kind of services we are going to use, Azure services we are going to use, some kind of tools we are going to be using them. So those are the things. Actually, what is a cloud based is nothing but without having any knowledge about data science, you can implement the things. That is the main idea about the cloud. So that is what the cloud service is providing actually. So you can use the utilities, but we have that particular topics as part of our course curriculum. But anyhow, in the course curriculum, you can see all these are going to be having the related. Anyhow, my backend team is going to share you the details of the course, and you can just go through the course details once. Okay.
Yep. Thanks.
Fine, guys. Yes, guys. Anybody? Any other questions, guys?
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, how to register for tomorrow class? Means where we got link?
They will share you the link. How you got the same link? How you got the today's meeting link actually?
Sir, on the website, Durgasoft website. Sir.
The same Durgasoft website only we are having that particular one. Go to the Durgasoft online.
Okay, sir.
Go to Durgasoft online. I can just show you guys. If you want to get registered for the tomorrow's class, guys, so go to the durgasoftonline.com, and there you are having the same how you attended the workshop for today. If anybody wants to get registered for the tomorrow's class, so we have a new batches are there. So there you can see the course, which is going to be this one actually, guys. So this is a workshop actually, this is workshop. Okay. Same as it is, you will be having a course also, guys. This is a course for the tomorrow's class at 9 a.m. So you can just click on the register link actually.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I have one more question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I am also doing job. So due to that, I can't join morning batch. So
Okay.
if there is evening batch.
Yes, you will be having. We have it actually, but right now we already have the batches, no? So
Yes,
it may
sir.
takes a couple of months of time, maybe to start with that, because 8 p.m. has already started. And right now 7 a.m. is already going on. And tomorrow onwards, we are planning from 9 a.m. Maybe within another 1 month of time, we may start at 6 p.m. because this course is totally for 4 months of time, guys. 4 to 5 months, it will take it almost up. So that's why it has been morning 8 p.m. Evening 8 p.m. batch. It was already almost all 1.5 month only, 1.5 month, almost all in the Jan 15th or January 18th, we have started the class. So still it will take some time. If you want, you can just wait for some time. Otherwise, you can join. You can just check for some alternative trainings.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Fine, guys.
Hi, Ram, once again.
Yes, Ram.
As you mentioned earlier in the demo class that we will also go for the data visualization.
Yes.
Are we going to learn Tableau kind of
Power BI.
Yeah.
We'll be learning Power BI. Not Tableau, it's a Power BI.
Okay.
We are going to be, because these are all BI tools actually. BI tools are different from your machine learning tools actually. Something different actually. Again, if you want to learn Power BI, little bit knowledge of SQL is required. If I have an SQL, then only we can have a complete control on the BI. But as part of our course, we have a Power BI tool is there.
Okay.
Fine, guys. Any more questions, guys?
No, sir.
Yeah, fine, guys. So thanks for attending the workshop, guys. So just if you really want to interest to take the course, So please attend the tomorrow's class actually, guys. Three days workshop, free of cost only, guys. You can just register with the free of cost, and you can just join the tomorrow's class. After taking a couple of demo classes, then you can just check it out actually, guys. Then you can take a decision. So whether you can continue, whether you're fit for continuing the particular course, because I'll tell you all the functional aspects and technical aspects of them, and then we can decide them, guys. Okay. So thank you for attending the demo class, guys, and hope we'll see you all of you in the tomorrow's demo class. Thank you all of you for today, guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you.